Alright, welcome everybody. I'm with Halefa. You should check her out on Twitch. It's gonna be our designated druid healer for the run. And yeah, let's see how this goes. This is your first time in the Sanguine Depths, right?
Yes, exactly.
How excited are you on a scale of 1 to 100?
Very excited. 99.9. Definitely.
So my monk brewmaster guy is a bit overgeared for this, so I guess it will be a quick one. But you can still see the bosses before we start doing the stuff on Mythic, because the trash packs can be quite evil on Mythic actually. Because some of them do this AoE thing where they have like a cone and they spawn more and more mirror copies of themselves. So basically the AoE gets harder and harder every time that they stay alive. Because they spawn more and more cones. And DPS love to stand in them. They're like, yep, there's a bad thing, I'm gonna go stand in it.
Obviously. That's how the fun happens, right?
Right? I mean, would be boring if they wouldn't do that. Gonna pull that one forward a bit.
Okay.
And then these gluttonous ticks, they literally suck our blood and grow bigger and bigger if we don't interrupt them. No. Thought I could sneak by these. I think it really depends where exactly they're positioned on their little I walk back and forth route. So the upcoming boss will try to kick us off this platform. So we're on the side of the building right now. Mm-hmm. So he'll try to kick us off, I think. And then he also has a fun ability that basically makes us move to the targeted player. So usually you want to step out of the way when the boss does something on the player, but this one you actually need to move towards that player because the damage is shared among everybody who stands in that area. So there will be some DVM prompts that go like move to player blah. I think the ability is called headbutt or something like that, and then whoever gets targeted we need to move towards. And then he also spawns some balls. Oh no, that's not the headbutt. Sorry, I forgot the ability name again. He spawns some balls that we also need to run into. They do a bit of damage to us. Move to the hunter.
Okay.
And that's the first boss.
Nice, I received something.
Neato, you received a memory that you can put into your legendary armor since you can craft it. So the only thing stopping you from crafting legendary armor right now is the soul ash you need to go gather in Tordast, I think. There are lots of casts happening in this dungeon. I'm always happy when I'm here as the paladin tank.
I'm trying to. I can't really I can't remove the debuffs.
No, that's possible.
Unfortunately. Oh. Whoop. We weren't fast enough.
So the little canisters you see on the side, members of the Venture Covenant can open these, and then if you kill a mob in it, you get a buff for like a minute to deal some extra damage. So as soon as you kill the first mob of a trash pack, when one of these lamps is active, it's going to increase the damage of the group. This guy in here just stands about with all of his dredgers, but as soon as you start attacking him, all the dredgers become hostile as well.
Hey, Hunter.
Okay, so now we can actually choose which way we want to go, if we want to go right or left. And it's not actually really important, but I think there's slightly different trash amounts.
Okay.
But I would say let's go right.
Okay.
And then some
You're
of
the
these
tank,
guys.
You decide. Yeah, I just tried to do something with the lantern. I couldn't.
No, so you need to be in the vent here.
Yeah.
And the Hunter Barrage seems to be really useful here. Oh, thank you, my steward, for bringing me free health potions. There we go.
Do you ask him for it, or does he come by himself?
I have to call my steward, and then he shows up and has some vials of serenity with him.
Nice.
But then I always click on him by accident, so I always need to send him away again.
Oh, so otherwise he would just follow you?
Yeah, he'll stay around for a while.
Okay, I'll stay on my heel here. Okay.
Oh yeah, I see. Damage is a bit harsh.
Yep. Damage is happening. But we did it.
Okay, so this boss is not super difficult. We just need to kind of stay together as a group and pull him back towards where we came from. And then you need to walk out with that thing, basically.
Oh, I have a thing?
Yeah, and then don't stand in other players when it goes off.
I think I might have been.
And then he spawns an ad, which we need to nuke, and where that ad dies, bad happens on the floor. And then we just go backwards. On Mythic, there's also going to be like 2 different orbs going through the whole circle, basically.
I don't think I understood a lot of that. Sorry. Something is walking out.
Yeah,
and
you need to walk
walking
backwards
out.
because there will be more and more bat on the floor. So you just need to remember that the group needs to stay together. Like you shouldn't split off the DPS from
Oh,
the boss. The next boss does some effects on the floor that we need to either walk into or walk through. So I think the one on Heroic just creates a zone on the floor. If you're outside the zone, you take a lot of damage. So when the boss does a thing, we just need to walk into that. Otherwise, this boss is a relatively easy kill. I'm
you're
out of sight
walking
for you
away
right
from
now.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I can't do a lot when I have to run.
I just try to consolidate them neatly into a little pocket here.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Just gonna let the debuff tick out on the warrior. There we go. So the boss casts Iron Spikes, which means more damage on me. Which is inconvenient, but fine. Now we need to go somewhere. Here is the golden area that we need to run into.
Okay.
Or not.
Beware.
So that's a great application of the cat form or the whatever
Yeah,
sprints.
yeah.
And this one you need to stay out of.
Okay. Otherwise, you would have needed to run over there, right?
Exactly. So now what follows is I think one of the more interesting parts of the dungeon. There is a shield up there that somebody needs to pick up, typically the tank.
Okay.
And then we need to go through some packs of mobs in a bit. So we have 2 packs that are not related to this, and then afterwards we need to chase this dude over there called General Carl. General Carl is also the end boss of the dungeon, and I think he reappears in Castle Nathria, the first raid dungeon of this expansion. And basically what happens is there will be some continuous mob spawns and some mob groups where he always fights with them as well. And we basically need to go through that, and we don't really have a break in between because mobs will keep spawning as soon as we're on that side of the bridge, basically. So it's a bit of a long-term or a very drawn-out fight, which usually is like a healer-relevant portion of the
shit,
dungeon.
I didn't look where I was standing. Bad! Oh, fuck, I'm dead. I pressed the wrong
It's fine,
button.
you can
Release?
respawn. Yeah. Because
I'm
you
so
will
sorry.
respawn right at the last boss we killed.
That was so silly of me. I pressed the wrong button and walked directly into the ground effect. First ground effect I didn't see, and the second ground effect I walked into instead of walking out.
Alright, so the reason I have the shield on my back is that I need to create like a shielded area. So sometimes when the General Carl casts a specific thing, I need to say, oh, I have the safe area, everybody come to me.
Okay, so now we walk through.
Yeah, we need to keep moving, basically. And this is the guy that will reappear in basically every pack. So he'll cast something called Doom Squall or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I'll try to stand inside everybody as best as I can when he does that to trigger the shield. And funnily enough, that mechanic will reappear in the boss fight. So basically when he casts a thing, everybody needs to huddle up into the shield. The bubble formation, basically. Sorry, I'm losing a bit of aggro on the mage at times because the mage damage is quite high. I think they're also in here for like a covenant quest or some kind of thing that they don't actually need. Or they just like doing heroic dungeons, who knows. Oh, there we go. Oh, I think he was like... Was he interrupted? I don't know, he didn't do the thing. Oh, these guys are actually lootable. So, shit, I always forget about that.
You're fast.
Sorry, I was healing for a Brewmaster tank recently. I was so annoyed because they can basically dash forward all the time and I can't keep up as a priest. I have like no mobility as a priest, right? So I was just like, yeah, let me, yeah, I'm almost, oh shit, you're dead, fuck. But the group was actually very nice, so we had a few wipes, but I was very much out of breath, like my poor night elf, just going like, yeah, I'm on it. I'm on
it. Thank you. Ah, I did it again. No, I walked. I wasn't fast enough. Ah, I'm dying. I am walking in it again. Holy shit!
Okay,
that was close.
event is over. So basically, when you clear this this passage, the little gargoyle dogs will stop spawning. And then what you usually do is you pull these guys out a little, so they're basically in the doorway. So you have the choke point and stuff, right?
I appreciate that.
Ka-ching!
Oh, someone is mining.
You can mine the little gargoyle dogs. Okay, and now for the boss fight. General Carl. There will be some zones on the floor. Don't stand in them. They're basically like a connection of two different points. So we shouldn't stand in those.
Okay.
And this one we kind of need to spread out for. That one we shouldn't be standing in. Like the hunter.
Oh, one out. I'm just stay where I am.
Okay, and now everybody into the shield.
Where are you?
Otherwise you get kicked off the platform if you're not in the shield, basically.
Am I in the shield? No, I'm not.
No, sorry, the shield phase is already over. There's like a big glowing shield around me that we need to get into. And as soon as this guy hits 50%, the fight is basically done. And we've won.
Oh, so you don't even need to hit like 0%. Get him all down.
Nope. He also doesn't start at 100% because you do this event thing before and stuff like that.
Ah,
So that's the Sanguine Depths.
interesting. Interesting. Thank you for introducing me to it.
Oh, no worries. Alright, if you want to see more dungeon runs of Tank Boy and Heal Woman. I should have said Heal Girl, right?
Is that what
Anyways.
we are?
Yeah, check us out on Twitch and see you next time.
Bye bye.